Hey everyone, welcome to Man Cave Insider episode 42. I'm Dennis. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can see past and future videos. Now we are here in my man cave, and this room is filled with things that I've collected my entire life, and these are the stories behind them. And today I'm going to be showing my Star Wars movie poster collection. Now, as long as I could remember, I've loved going to the movies. There's nothing better than seeing a movie the way it was meant to be seen on the big screen, with the great sound, the smell of popcorn, the coming attractions, and the movie posters. Now, all of my life, whenever I went to the movies, I would look at a poster, whether it was something playing at the time or for a movie that hadn't come out yet. It would get me excited about the movie, and the images of those posters became a very important part of my life growing up. If you think about posters such as Raiders of the Lost Ark, Alien, Back to the Future, E.T., Flash Gordon, or Superman the movie, those images identify with the great movies that accompanied them. In some cases, the posters were better than the movie. I think about the 1976 version of King Kong, Orca, the Killer Whale, and Star Trek, the motion picture. Now, my favorite group of films has been the Star Wars films ever since I was 6 years old. And it all started with the poster that I saw before I even saw the movie. The iconic image of Luke Skywalker holding the lightsaber above his head with Princess Leia, Darth Vader in the background, C-3PO and R2-D2, and the X-Wings approaching the Death Star. That poster and those movies have become a very important part of my life that I've enjoyed since 1977. Because of my fascination with movie posters, I wanted to start collecting them as I got older. I wanted the full-size posters that I saw in the theater, 27 inches wide, 40 inches high, with the credits on the bottom. And to have those posters framed on my wall is something that I've really enjoyed. And you can tell behind me, I've collected many posters for other movies. I've gotten to the point where I've got more posters than wall space, so I've started rotating them out. So what I want to do is I want to show my framed Star Wars movie posters that I've been collecting since 1997. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, the first poster I have here is for Star Wars, the original film, Episode 4, A New Hope. This was to commemorate the release of the special edition, which came out in January of 1997 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the first film. George Lucas put in new special effects, remastered the picture, the sound, put in a couple of new shots, and released all three movies within a couple of months in the theater. And it was so exciting to see Star Wars again on the big screen in widescreen format. It gave me a whole new appreciation for just how good these movies are. And the poster, what I like about it is it's uniform with the other special edition posters. It has the black border, says special edition on the top. And out of the three special edition posters of Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, this is my favorite of the three because it stays fairly close to what was going on in just this film. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, the X-Wings, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. So I was very excited to have this, and this was a great way to kind of kick off my collection of Star Wars movie posters. The next poster I have is for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which came out in the summer of 1999 and kicked off the prequel trilogy. This film was without a doubt one of the most anticipated films in movie history. It caused such a frenzy, and I was so excited on the months leading up to the release of this film, and I had to get this poster. Now, it's got the same format as the special edition posters with the black border around. And most Star Wars posters generally don't have a catchphrase or a saying, but this one says on the top very simply, "Every saga has a beginning." And again, it encompasses so much of what had happened in the movie with the main characters, Darth Maul in the background, Qui-Gon, Anakin, Padme, Obi-Wan, and of course C-3PO and R2-D2. And all three posters for the prequel trilogy pretty much stuck to this format. The next poster I have is for Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. One of the things that everyone was excited about was the inclusion of Boba Fett and Jango Fett in it, and it's featured prominently in this poster. This is also the first Star Wars film that featured Hayden Christensen as an adult Anakin Skywalker, so he's featured along with Padme, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Mace Windu, and some pictures of the battle scene at the end of the movie, and of course C-3PO and R2-D2 at the bottom. It's got the black border like the other films, and I think it's a really cool image. And rounding out the sequel trilogy was Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which came out in the summer of 2005. There's a couple of really cool things about this poster, which is my favorite of all the prequel posters. First off is the image of Darth Vader. The premise of all three of these movies was the story of how Anakin became Darth Vader, so it was a very big part of this poster. And also the duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi. After the release of Revenge of the Sith, most people thought the Star Wars saga had ended. But when Disney merged with Lucasfilm, they announced that they were going to be making a new Star Wars trilogy with episodes 7, 8, and 9. And it began with the 2015 release of Star Wars The Force Awakens, directed by J.J. Abrams. Now, what was so exciting about this was seeing the new characters that were going to be in this trilogy. Rey, Kylo Ren, Finn, Poe, BB-8. But it also incorporated characters from the classic original trilogy as their stories were continuing. The Millennium Falcon, Han Solo, Leia, Chewbacca, 3PO, and R2-D2. I was a little disappointed Luke Skywalker wasn't on the poster, but just to see Mark Hamill's name in the credits was very exciting for me. And it stuck with the format of the prequel trilogy with the black border around, and it really has so much great stuff in it that I didn't fully appreciate it until after I saw the movie the first time. Next up, I have the poster for Episode 8, Star Wars The Last Jedi, that came out in 2017. One of the cool things that was done with this poster is it kind of kicked out the format that had been done with the other poster. I love the contrast between the white and the red, and it really is an eye-popping poster. And I was so excited because this was finally going to reveal what Luke Skywalker was doing, where he was, and bring his story forward. And it has Luke Skywalker on the top of the poster with the hood, very similar to the way Darth Vader was featured in the older posters, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And of course, a year before the movie was released, Carrie Fisher passed away, but she did finish filming all of her scenes for this movie, and she's featured center in the poster as well. So it's a kind of a bittersweet image of the last Star Wars movie that Carrie Fisher had made before she passed away. But I like the fact that they kind of put in a new format for the poster as opposed to the black border. I love the red, I love the white, and it's a really exciting poster. In 2019, the Skywalker saga came to a close with the release of Episode 9, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, once again directed by J.J. Abrams. The white border of this poster gives it a much different feel than previous Star Wars posters. And this features the characters of the sequel trilogy a lot more prominently. Finn, Poe, Rey, and Kylo Ren. This movie also had the return of Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian, who's on the poster right next to Chewbacca. It's not my favorite of all 9 posters, but I think it's a very strong poster, and it captures a lot of things that were put into the movie. 2020 marked the 40th anniversary of the release of The Empire Strikes Back, which is considered by many their favorite Star Wars film. And the film was re-released into theaters for a limited engagement. And along with that came this poster. It says 40th anniversary, the Star Wars saga continues. The release date of September 25th, and a couple of really cool images. This was designed specifically for the 40th anniversary. Now, the first time I saw The Empire Strikes Back, my father took me. And for the 40th anniversary, I got to take my daughter to go see it in a theater on the big screen. So it was a very special experience for me to pass it along to my daughter. She's not a big Star Wars fan, but she actually kind of liked the movie. And I was very happy about that. So I was very happy to get this 40th anniversary poster. The last poster I'm showing off today is the one that started it all. This is a reprint of the 1977 release when it was just Star Wars. Before it was Episode 4, before it was A New Hope, simply Star Wars. And the tagline, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. I would stare at this poster so much before I even got to see the movie of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Darth Vader, the Death Star. I didn't even know what the movie was really about. I was just so excited about this image that I had to see this movie. And once I saw the movie, I had to see it again and again. And I can't even tell you how many times I've seen this film. But if I had to give you a list, this would be my favorite film. And everyone has their favorite characters in Star Wars. Mine has always been Luke Skywalker. And what's also special about this poster is I got it autographed by Mark Hamill. I got to meet him on 2 occasions. The second of which, where I got this autograph, was at Comic-Con in 2018 in New York, right before the release of The Last Jedi. So to have this poster framed, hanging up, and to have it signed by the actor who played my favorite character in my favorite movie, it's no secret that this is one of my most prized possessions. So that is it for our look at my Star Wars movie poster collection.